In problem 3-22, we're going to calculate the times interest earned ratio and the fixed charge coverage ratio. So the first one that we'll do is the times interest earned. I'll just switch my pen to red. So in this one, it's your earnings before interest and taxes, and then divide that by the interest expense. So our earnings before interest and taxes is given to us. It's 193. And then the interest expense is given to us, and that's 28,100. And we'll round this to 2 decimal places. So if you take 193 and divide that by 28,100, that gives us 6.87 times. So that means for every $1 of interest expense, I have 6.87 times of earnings before interest and taxes. So banks usually look at this one because they want to know if they're going to give you a loan, they want to make sure you already have enough earnings in order to pay your current interest expense obligations. So 6.87. Now the fixed charge ratio is essentially the same ratio as the times interest earned. So I'll just repeat this one. So it's earnings before interest and taxes. Divide that by interest expense. Except for we're going to add back any fixed charges. So the question will have to tell us what a fixed charge is. So add it to the top and the bottom. So when we do this, it's actually going to decrease the amount of times or the amount of income we have to pay our interest expense, plus cover any fixed expenses. So I'm going to assume my answer is going to be less. So I'll take my earnings before interest and taxes of 193 and divide that by my interest expense of 28,100. And the question tells us that the firm's lease payments are 48,500. So that's our fixed charge. So if I add 193 plus 48,500, that gives me 241,500. And then if I take the 28,100 plus 48,500, that gives me 76,600. And so that equals, let's see, 241,500 divided by 76,600. And to 2 decimal places. So put that to 2 decimal places. So that's 3.15. So now I only have 3.15 of their earnings in order to pay for my fixed charge plus my interest expenses.